and then I'm going to try to read the story really fast. It's the last story in the book. It's really short, and I apologize to people who've heard it a million times. It's called My Mother's Vanity. There was a mascara smear on one of the monogrammed pink hand towels. It was the shape of a child's primitive rendering of a tree, leafless in autumn. You might think, that's a lot of mascara. And it was. What made it worse was that I denied having anything to do with it. Novice liar. Who else could have done it? Did I think my mother was that oblivious? She always made sure to wipe the peach lipstick streaks from the mouthpiece after she hung up the white princess phone. I was the one who regularly forgot to do the same. I'll say this, I knew enough to stay out of her closets, away from her clothes, the bras and panties and girdles and garters, the stockings and tights, the negligees and nightgowns from Schwartz's Intimate Apparel held no interest. Neither did culottes, see-through and opaque blouses in silk, rayon and cotton, colorful pantsuits and jumpsuits, clam diggers, mini, midi or maxi skirts, dresses, plaid or striped slacks, jumpers, cashmere and angora sweaters, pastel shells or pattern shifts, corduroy and denim blazers. Sure, I might slip a barefoot into a stiletto heel, a pump or strappy sandal. She had small feet. We were practically the same size. I avoided the zip-up, wet-look boots in white, black, fire engine red, and sky blue. I worried about stuck zippers. I didn't want to get into something I couldn't get out of quickly. But how could I avoid her vanity? The tortoiseshell comb, the matching onyx hairbrush and hand mirror, the hair clips and pins, the clip-on bows and velvet headbands, my thick pitch black hair, a shimmering reflection of her regularly dyed coif, dark and resilient as black lacquer. Was it my artistic streak that led me to swirl fingers, brushes, other applicators in the powdery terrain of rouge, blush, and eyeshadow? Imagine the eyelid as a canvas, a blank slate beckoning for color and contrast. Eyebrow pencils in their own murky hues, cool and damp eyeliner outlining and emphasizing. Lipstick tubes containing vaguely phallic rockets of tint and shade, iridescent and ethereal or bright and flushed. The waxy warmth caressing and coloring lips, accentuating kisses, puckers, smiles, and frowns. Every lip-printed tissue was stashed and trashed. No wonder they call a device to apply mascara a wand. It contains magical powers, transforming lashes that are too short, too limp, too light, too wispy into sculpture. Even the shyest eyes command attention when lashes are darkened and dramatically drawn out, like living picture frames. The sensation of dipping the bristles into the tube and gently dragging the brush along fine hairs is electrically charged. Next came the masking of the faintly chemical smell of the palate's potions. So many pretty bottles in such distinctive shapes. Tigress and Woodhue by Fabergé, Jean Naté, Estie, Topaz by Avon, Halston and Jovan's musk oil, pulse points, so little goes such a long way. Her jewelry box had a similar effect. How else to complete the process? Bangles and beads, costume jewelry and clip-on earrings, gemstones and rhinestones, pearls and plastic geometric shapes, cocktail rings and chokers, gold and silver-plated baubles, multicolored bubble washes for wrists, chains and strands and timepieces worn as necklaces. Did I feel cute, desirable, seductive, glamorous, new each time, indestructible, older than my single-digit age? You bet I did. That time the handsome bearded guy at the indoor flea market told me I was pretty enough to be a girl, my father went ashen. I didn't even have a lick of makeup on my face. Maybe I didn't need it after all. Maybe I just needed to stand still and be adored for my natural beauty. Something on which neither my father nor mother could agree. I was the perfect blend of their facial features, skin tones, hair texture, all in miniature. They always looked at me as if they couldn't decide if that worked in my favor or theirs. One day, I got careless, sloppy, reckless. One day was all it took for someone so good at making sure that compacts clicked shut silently, that glass bottles never clinked, that lipstick points never dulled, that eyebrow pencils stayed sharpened and the shavings were properly disposed of, that no speck of powder, no matter how pale, was left behind. I really blew it. Cold cream was involved, soap and water too, foam and rubbing and scrubbing, something stinging in my eye, more warm water. The burning sensation subsided, although the blurred vision persisted, reaching for something terry cloth, soft to dry and comfort, something left behind. I was watching television or reading a book. I was drawing a picture of a face, not mine, or coloring one in a coloring book. I was making paper snowflakes or construction paper links. I was building something with Lego blocks or playing with Matchbox cars when my mother called me into the bathroom and pointed to the monogrammed towel, now monogrammed with something else. I lied, I denied, I cried, I ranted, I recanted, I stomped my feet, I folded my arms, tears fell, snot bubbled, and dripped from my nose. It tasted like perjury. What else could I do that day but destroy the evidence? Piles of Maybelline, CoverGirl, Max Factor, Revlon, Helena Rubinstein, and Yardley products heaped into the center of my parents' king-size bed. Every bottle of perfume poured out as an accelerant. The offending towel ignited by my father's butane lighter and dropped where it could do the most damage. I would use the cinders like coal to enhance my eyes, my best feature, blinking and blazing as the house burned down around me.